This is Tuna.
Oh, I love your
How
bag.
do you mean it's tuna?
That's her name.
Oh. Can I hold her?
Yeah.
Oh, I love.
She's called tuna.
Yeah, I named
That
them.
is so fab.
I mean, it's giving tuna.
It looks good on you.
Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Sidetracked. My name is Annie McManus.
My name is Nick Grimshaw.
And my name is Sam Smith.
That's right.
That's right. We have a co-host today, a very special co-host, Sam Smith. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You have coffee in your hand. You have cowboy boots on your feet.
I do.
You have double denim.
I do. They're dirty cowboy boots too, so they've been used.
Oh yeah,
Real life
fantastic.
Lots of horses.
Been using them on the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam rode here.
Yeah, the yellow.
The
I've been
horses-
watching Yellowstone.
Yeah, the horse
The
is
horse
here.
is outside.
The horse will be joining us later. And we're very excited that you said yes to this. I thought you'd so say no.
Really?
Yeah.
I
joking?
didn't. I
You
didn't.
did not
I
think?
believe
You guys,
Sam would
come
do
on.
this.
Oh,
Well, Sam and I have done many co-hosts and
Yes.
had lovely times.
Yes.
So I feel like you would be I hoped you would be comfortable at wanting to do this.
Well, I haven't spoken a lot in the last few years on like doing stuff, so that's probably why. But guys, you are responsible for a lot of my career.
Oh,
Seriously,
Lord.
you are. Both of you gave me so many amazing opportunities at such a young age. I'm so thankful to you. We'll always say yes to you to talk to you. I feel safe with you.
Oh, good. We want you to feel safe. We want you
Babe,
to
I'm
feel
on my
safe.
period. Don't do this to me. I might cry.
No, but it's true. I do. I feel safe with both of you always.
Wow, Sam, that's really nice. Well, we have always loved spending time with you. We really, really have, and that support has been real. So we were very excited that you were going to be with us today.
Okay, there probably will be a lot of swearing. So Sam, can you give us an official language warning?
Yes, everyone listening, there will be swearing, but we're trying to keep a lid on it as much as possible, and just know that it's all done with love.
Yeah, swear. It won't never be aggressive.
No, it's
swearing.
never aggressive.
No.
It's from passion. It's from
Yes.
passion.
Passion is the word.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's get on with it. Let's do Sidetrack.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's a first on Sidetracked, but did everyone watch the match on Sunday?
I sure did, babe. I watched it in my dressing room.
I watched it in passport control at City Airport.
Right. I had a gig. So.
And I saw, when England scored, I screamed and was worried I was going to be like taken out because I forgot I had my headphones in. And I was like, you shouldn't really like scream in an airport, should you?
Do you like football?
I like it when it's an event. I like a
me
shared
too.
experience.
I love it. I love it.
Do you love it, Sam?
No.
No.
But do
But
you like...
do you know what? My dad forced me to go to Fulham for 10 years. I had a season ticket for Fulham when I was a kid for 10 years. And I was just traumatized from just like being there as a
terraces.
kid.
Yeah.
And just being gay.
Yeah.
It's like, it's quite
Yeah.
insane. The food was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The men looked
What
hot.
would you? Yeah.
Pies.
But
Yeah.
but
Pies
the
and hot men.
the atmosphere,
The
was
energy
intense.
was quite.
But I agree
used
with
to go
you.
as well. I used to be a bit like.
It's a bit scary. You're like,
yeah.
am I going to get beaten up?
Yeah.
But
But I like it when it's an event because I liked on the plane when everyone was getting off, everyone was watching it on each other's phones and I was like sharing with the woman next to me and like showing. I love that element of it,
Me
which
too.
is what I love about like the Brit Awards or like Wimbledon final or the Olympics. Like everyone's got something to talk about.
Yeah.
it's when people come together, right?
Yeah.
That's when I like football, when you see people come together and celebrate.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I really
It
like
really
that.
is.
I thought that there'd be because there was a game on at Glastonbury, but Glastonbury didn't show it.
Yeah, and then there was that story of your man
Of
from
Louis
One Direction,
Tomlinson, yeah.
who basically brought a flat screen television and
To
set it up in
Glastonbury
a campsite so he
and
could
set
watch.
it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But there,
Respect.
it's, I mean,
Passion.
a lot. I think a lot of festivals and a lot of gigs were going ahead that night in the assumption that England would not get into the finals of the Euro. So there was a lot of issues. So Wireless Festival finished early, deliberately, so people could get home and watch the final.
So
Calvin-
what do they mean? They just moved the whole lineup.
Yeah,
So the
they moved the whole
headline
lineup
was
earlier.
on before 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Calvin Harris was playing Transmit Festival in Scotland, and he paused his set to announce a score. Just to reiterate, Calvin is Scottish. He's in Scotland, so no prizes in guessing which goal he announced and what the reaction was.
I Again, update that Spain 1-0 up. Spain's 1-0 up.
Oh my God, I love it.
Honestly, the Irish memes, like it was just so, like people hanging Spanish flags out their windows, like all like Spanish music, and like it's so funny.
That's so amazing.
I know, it was well funny. But I played a festival on Sunday in this big English country manor. It was Jungle. Jungle were doing their own festival thing, so I was on just before basically the match. So and I had this lovely dressing room, so we all went back to my dressing room and watched on the telly in there. But Jungle had to play whilst the thing was on, and they put the
Not the thing.
Sorry,
the
the
final.
final.
The thing.
So they put the final on a screen to the side of the stage, so you could watch Jungle. Or you could watch the football final. I don't know, Sam, because I feel like if you're a football fan, you want to hear the commentary. If you're a Jungle fan, you don't give a fuck about the football.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
And aesthetically,
it's very hard
like,
to get
it's
it
not-
right.
I
you
feel
know?
like with smartphones, if it was my gig, I'd be like, watch me, or if you want to watch it, you have your phone.
Yeah, right.
Just put it on,
And
just
also, like,
be like that.
you know, if people have spent whatever amount of money on a ticket to see Jungle,
Yeah.
they might feel a little compromised by the fact that
Yes.
What would you do if you were doing a festival and you were at the same time as like
I'd do wireless.
yeah,
I'd move everything.
move everything?
Yeah.
Guys, I was on Glastonbury when Dolly Parton was playing at the exact same time as me.
Oh,
that's
my
tough.
condolences.
I think that's
babe.
the
That's
worst.
tough.
I think that's the worst
That's
set
tough.
time
Yeah.
ever in the history of
That
Glastonbury.
is so
Okay,
tough.
so what
But I
happened?
still got a crowd. But I'm kind of like now I'm like hardwired now. If it was football, I'd be like, the show goes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
The show
Yeah.
goes on. You
Tough
watch me.
shit.
If you want to watch the football, you need to sort that out yourself.
Yeah, because there will be enough
Absolutely.
people who don't give a about the football. Like,
100%. And you can
Yeah.
rewatch it.
you can rewatch.
You can't rewatch this.
Yeah, you can't watch this show. Wait, you were on at the same time as Dolly.
Yeah.
So
isn't
what year was that?
horrendous?
Like 2016, 2015?
2014, 2015. I remember Jessie
What
Ware at the
stage were
time
you
was
on?
like, I really want to come and see you, babe, but I can't.
Yeah,
She's like, I can't.
Ain't coming back, Dolly, is she? Do you know what I mean? You'll be here next year.
yeah,
That's the great thing about festivals, I think, is that you can do that. There's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
for everyone.
yeah,
There really
exactly.
is. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
There really is.
Sam, can I ask just what you're into at the moment musically? Like, what are you
gosh, I
listening
need
to?
to look
What's
at my phone.
exciting you in the world of music, or not?
Okay, so I actually just got rid of my phone and I got a new phone. And it's the first time in my whole like childhood that I don't have my library of music that I'd had
Interesting.
since I was like 11.
Wow,
So I started again,
Oh, wow.
fully started
that's
again.
quite dramatic.
What made
I
you
like
do
it.
that?
Just because I needed an American number, and also I would just, my phone was just full of people.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's
Full of
cleansing.
people that
It's
I
just
just
cleansing.
like exes and like
Yeah.
all these different people through the years, and I was like, I needed a new phone, so I got one, and then I put my old phone on airplane, and I've never turned it off.
Sam, that's radical.
good.
I'm
It's
very.
That is
And I-
quite you,
and I have,
Annie.
and I
Very
took
me, that,
social
innit, babe?
media off, everything.
Everything.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I found myself sitting on benches now in park, just looking at the trees.
Babe, honestly, it's without
Instead
social
of-
media, it's incredible. Like time
nuts.
just crawls
Yeah.
by. Doesn't it? It's so slow.
I'm like a pigeon lady now. I just sit and feed pigeons instead of going on Instagram.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
No, but it's amazingly lyrical. Like, I went on holidays recently and brought a brick phone, trying to so I could be in the room more for my children. And when I didn't have it, I felt incredibly sleepy because obviously a smartphone is a stimulant. So if you look at it at night, it's automatically keeping you awake.
Yeah.
But if you don't have it at night, you sleep better.
Well, I've been really focusing on my mental stuff
Okay.
the last 7 months because I broke my ACL, completely ripped my ACL.
What's that?
It's
a
a-
ligament.
Typically it's a football injury.
Yeah, it was skiing.
Right.
I was an idiot. I went on a black slope on the second day.
Oh, Sam.
I know, but I was quite good.
Yeah.
And she was like, "You can do it." I did it. Couldn't do it. Obviously, I got taken down in like a blood bag.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
It was the worst. But it's like it's a permanent thing. So it's like a little. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's in between your bones. It helps you jump and spring around.
Okay.
But it completely ripped, and I decided to go down the non-surgical route. But I couldn't walk basically for a month. On this leg, and I was like, it was awful. It was the first time I'd ever not been able to move.
Yeah.
And I was holding on a bit of weight, and I was just very anxious and been struggling with anxiety for years.
Yeah.
So I used it as an excuse to get my shit together.
Right.
And so I've started icing every morning. I started doing like getting into my circadian rhythm. And a big part of that is light exposure to your eyes.
Right.
So in the morning, you try and get as much sunlight in your eyes in the first 2 hours. And then in the evening, you stay off your phone and try and basically live by candlelight for the last hour before you sleep.
Obsessed. You know I
Of
love
course
that.
you're obsessed.
But I don't sometimes, most of the nights
Yeah.
I fail and I'm on my phone texting.
Yeah.
But as much as I can, I just try and have like dim light before you go to
Yes.
bed. And it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet
Saying
it
it
does.
works.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I do a dim. We did no.
Me living like Oliver Twist.
I love it. I'm so up for a
I
thing like this.
love it.
We have no overhead lighting in the bedroom because I was like, it needs to be dim.
Yes.
Really great, apart from can't find anything ever. And can't pack. You know, you're packing for your holidays. Hell. And like you're trying to find an outfit and you're like, is this not nice? Can't really see.
Oh my God.
I like that.
That's amazing. But it's nice,
Ruby's
right?
Yeah,
obsessed.
it's nice,
It's
yeah.
sexy as well at
Sexy.
night.
Yeah, you look better.
You do look better
Yeah,
at
because you
night.
can't see yourself.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
For
I'm so
sure.
down with that. I try and do like a nighttime routine like that. Like have like a smell that's just in the bedroom.
Yeah.
A bath.
A bath is
yeah.
great for feeling
bath's
sleepy.
good, yeah.
Love that. You gotta look after these things. You laugh.
You,
Yeah,
no,
no,
you
you
do.
do.
It's important.
So Sam, like now you have an empty phone. Have you found stuff that you wouldn't normally find music-wise, or like what's?
Well, I kind of weirdly went back. I was like, I had a blank phone with no music. I was like, what is the first thing I need?
Yeah.
First piece of music that I need.
That feels like a pressured decision, right? 'Cause
Well, it
it's
was
like-
very easy for me.
What was it?
Mariah Carey.
Feels clean.
And suddenly I realized Mariah Carey is the reason why I love music.
Wow.
Like my first song I ever sang on stage was with my best friend Beth in primary school, and we sang Heroes from
That's my
Mariah
shower
Carey.
song.
It's amazing. And so I downloaded all of Mariah Carey's music. And then I started, for me, one of my favorite albums of all time is Feist, The Reminder.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
It's my favorite album of all time. I listen to
Park.
it when I'm sad, when I'm at the park.
Listen to that on the bench.
Oh my goodness,
bird sounds?
it's insane.
Oh my God.
But I listen to that album when I'm sad, when I'm happy, everything. So it was
Beautiful album.
that, and then so it's mainly been going through the classics, like lots of jazz, Sarah Vaughan. I was trying to just like chic up my library a little bit because there's a lot of like old stuff that got into my musical library.
I love you. Kind of Maria Kondo'd your music, your music library.
Little bit,
There's
yeah.
something very. I love that.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
But now I'm watching Yellowstone, and so now I'm downloading country songs,
Right.
Well,
and I'm wearing cowboy boots. And
I'm riding a horse. Can we talk about the world of music becoming quite high fash this week? I personally hate I don't really like things around my wrists.
Me either.
Hate.
Me
So
either.
like a festival wristband, like
Yeah.
a tight wristband, really.
how do we
I
feel about those
hate it.
people who never take off the
No,
wristbands?
can't.
And they have like
Oh
these
no.
my
crusty.
God!
No.
Give them
Crusty.
a scrub.
Yeah, get them off.
No.
them off. No.
I hate. It's so weird. I hate things.
I
around
hate
my
things
wrist.
on my wrist, yeah. But yeah, like removing a festival wristband for me,
It feels incredible.
orgasmic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
When you get the scissors out.
as
after
fun as
Glastonbury.
going to Glastonbury
Yeah.
is me cutting them off
Yeah.
me in the kitchen on Monday morning. Anyway, Balenciaga, the fashion house, have announced that festival wristbands will be made by them and available right now as a very exclusive fashion item.
It's called the Raver bracelet.
It's called the Raver bracelet, and it looks like just a fabric, gross bracelet that you'd get for a festival. Balenciaga charging £3,000.
I haven't seen this. That is absolutely
Oh my God, it's so
wild.
gross. It's basically a manky festival wristband.
But I'm telling you, that brand, I've been in that store and they have done me dirty many times.
Really
What do you
bad.
mean?
Well, they're just like, it's not, they haven't done me dirty because the clothes are fabulous and I've got
Yeah.
some great stuff. But I mean, I buy high-vis jackets from them.
Oh, yeah?
It's just a high-vis jacket. I bought clown boots, like massive shoes that are like clown boots that I've never worn.
You're like, they're fab.
Never worn.
Never bought them.
Oh
Have you
my
Things that
God.
are ripped, like
Yeah.
suits that have just been ripped.
Yeah.
Like
There's nothing artisanal about it.
No,
They
you,
just want
you
it.
can't go to a black tie event in the
Yeah.
suit. So
No, you're like,
it's
wow,
just
that's
ripped.
great.
Yeah.
I do fall for it because I think when you're in like a store like that,
Yeah.
it's so architecturally designed. You're like, wow, this looks great in here. And then you get home and I'm like, oh no.
So they've got a track record. They've got like a handbag designed like an empty packet of Lay's crisps.
That was
They've got-
fantastic.
They've got the gaffer bangle, which is a roll of clear sticky tape. It's just basically sellotape that you
It's
put around your wrist.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then a t-shirt shirt was a dress shirt stitched onto the front of a t-shirt.
Yeah, Mish book.
I have that.
Yeah.
I have that. It's beautiful. It's like a t-shirt with it's really
With the
cute.
dress on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's quite fun. But it's kind of genius, but
It's more art than fashion, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
kind of art.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
deconstructed fashion.
yeah.
Like
But the festival bracelet.
£3,000. Sam's
It's
looking
just
at the
a
bracelet
festival
right now.
bracelet.
Describe what you see, Sam.
Wow. I see a red bracelet with a little toggle and it's like this gothic, I guess that's gothic punky font, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
3,000 is ludicrous.
3,000.
I feel like if it was 100 quid,
3,000.
it'd be pushing it.
That's crazy.
You'd be like, 100 quid for that?
That is crazy.
It's a bit much, innit?
It's kind of amazing though.
Would you? Would you think
Would
you
you?
do?
I
If you'd had a
wouldn't
few
buy
glasses of
that
champagne,
just because I
maybe.
don't like bracelets.
Yeah, fair.
That much.
Can I
But
see it again?
it is kind
Remember
it's
it.
kind of it's amazing.
It is.
It's
kind of-
amazing.
It's so
silly.
berserk.
Do you?
I like the statement within all of this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
What is the statement?
I don't know, but it's kind of like I guess it's a bit punk, right? To the fashion world, it's a bit
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah.
But I don't. The good thing about it is it is well made.
Yeah.
And
It's well
and
made.
what I love about all the clothes in that store is that they're all they all fit me. Like nothing fits me in stores.
Right.
Like I go shopping and nothing fits me ever, and everything's oversized there, which
Yeah.
is really great. But it is just crazy prices. It's crazy prices.
Have you bought? I mean, it sounds like you have. Have you bought like ridiculous things over the years where you're like, why did I get that?
I always did. I remember going vintage shopping when I was a kid, and I'd like buy these things, and I wouldn't be able to afford them, and I do it a lot. Yeah, I feel inspired when I see something in a shop, and then I get home and I'm like, what have I done?
What about like stage clothes and stuff? Do you keep things that you have worn on stage? Is there a Sam Smith?
I'm
archive?
actually starting this at the moment. Yeah, because there's so many amazing things that
Oh,
I've
you definitely need an
worn.
exhibition down the line. of
Yeah,
everything,
I'd like. There's so many like amazing things that I've worn that I want to keep safe because moths are just going to eat all of them. It's all been in like a spare room at the house, but it's just it's sad to see them all like get old and you know. So I'm starting the process of like trying to save it, but it's a weird thing to do. I'm trying to think of them now as pieces of art.
Yeah,
That
they
you just
are, yeah.
save
Yeah.
and you know.
Totally.
Yeah, you have to.
Just have that latex outfit just blown up the whole time.
Sorry, I love
in
that.
storage. That's my
That was
favorite.
so
was
fab.
I love
iconic.
that. That's my
That
favorite.
was so fab.
incredible.
It was
Do you
so
enjoy
fun.
doing things like that, like wearing a really fun, ludicrous outfit on a red carpet?
I enjoy it when there has to be a reason, an incentive to do it. Like for me, the Brits, that I had like this. I wanted to say something with my body instead of actually saying it with my mouth. So I blew myself up into a massive latex thing, and
I think it's fab.
it was so fun. I was just squeaking around the O2, just like my mum was in the room, and everyone was just had to lube up the latex outfit, and it is fun when it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun,
Yeah.
you know. But I
Yeah.
couldn't go to the Met Gala and something like that. Like,
No?
no, the Met Gala, like certain events, like an actual fashion event, I'd be too scared to go in like too much of a look at me outfit because I think, I don't know, because it's fashion. It's scary.
Right, okay.
Do you get invited to fashion things?
I went to the Met for the first
Met.
time, yeah.
And how
What's
was
it like on the inside of that?
Oh my God, it was the most glamorous night.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane.
Wow.
So glamorous. Just like, it was just beautiful because you're not allowed to bring anyone with you.
That's a really cool thing,
Yeah.
I think. 'Cause
So if you're
forced to
invited,
talk to
you
people.
come alone.
But is that surely like Rihanna's bringing someone?
No, everyone, like you're in the line with people, and it's like huge stars and icons, and they're just by themselves. You walk in the place, and it's just beautiful that it's private, you know, and no one's got their phones.
Yeah.
It's really a beautiful exhibition. Anna does and the Met do such an insane job, and it was a fabulous night because it was all like Sleeping Beauty themed, and then Ariana performed. And I just my gay took over me, and I just stood up immediately. Everyone else was sitting down, and then I looked to my left, and Dua Lipa and Troye Sivan had stood up at the exact same time, and we all just looked at each other and pointed. We were like, the gays and the girls, we get it. When Ariana walks in the room, you stand up.
Oh my God.
I have to get you a DJ gig there next year,
Yeah,
Annie.
we'll do our best. That and
Yeah.
the Indian billionaire.
That'd be
Yeah.
Talking
beautiful.
about that Indian billionaire who keeps booking all the big pop stars.
Oh
for his
my gosh.
son's wedding.
With
So I
Rihanna
need-
perform barefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know
No.
what? I love her
Love.
so much.
Sam, you're in the right place.
So much.
We love her.
I think We Found Love is still the best pop song in
But
the
can
history
we
of
can we
music.
talk about her? Because we actually have some stuff to talk about with her.
Please.
With regards to her and her songs. So Dave from Glass Animals, the lead singer of Glass Animals, revealed this week in an interview with The Independent that their song Heat Waves, you know that song?
Oh, yeah.
Heat Waves been shucking me out. I don't know how to
Yeah,
the words
yeah.
are. Was originally offered to Rihanna, but she turned it down.
Wow.
He said, it got so far that I was sitting in the Rock Nation offices playing the song for her manager. They ended up keeping it, and then it spent 140 weeks in the UK Top 100.
Wow, so did
But
all right.
it got us thinking about all the songs that could have been released by Rihanna. So these are all the songs that we know were meant for her. Shape of You was written with her in mind.
So what, Ed wrote Shape of
Ed
You
Sheeran.
For her,
For
I
her.
think,
With her in
yeah.
mind.
and then she was like, nah.
Chandelier by Sia.
Yes.
Also Cheap Thrills by Sia. Rihanna rejected that because she thought it was too Britpop. We Can't Stop was written for Rihanna before it went to Miley.
I love We Can't Stop.
Great
She
song.
missed the chance to sing on Pitbull's Timber because
I
she had
mean,
a
that
prior
was a
commitment with
missed
Shakira, so
that was a
Kesha
missed
did it
That-
instead.
yeah.
But Kesha slayed.
Yeah.
Kesha Slade.
Let's
Sorry,
honest.
that song.
Rihanna didn't need that.
That
No.
song
She
is
needed-
incredible.
So good.
I
It's
saw
so
Pitbull
bad,
do it
it's
the
so good.
last year, and I was like, yes, this is amazing.
It's going down. I'm
love
yelling
it.
timber.
It's
So
amazing.
good.
Oh, I used to love that in the mornings on the radio. Yeah.
Sam, I think a lot of people mightn't understand what goes on behind the scenes in pop music in terms of songs. And like, obviously, we know you work with Jimmy. You have and you write your own songs. But I don't know whether you have had a situation where you've written for other people or other people have tried to get you to sing songs they've written.
I write for myself, and then I've had songs that have found their way, good songs that, because Jimmy, I wrote with Jimmy, but I also write with loads of other people,
Right,
you know, on all my records, and I've had songs that people love and they kind of simmer around, and then an opportunity comes. So I've had Celine Dion sang one of my songs for her last record. Mary J. Blige obviously had that record. I've had there's like little things that come my way a lot, and it's beautiful to hear people sing my music.
yeah.
But I never really write the music for them.
Specifically for
it's for
people.
me, and then they hear a song and they feel inspired and like it and make changes, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
Of course. But then I actually have never. The only time I got sent a song that I heard and then became a well-known song was "Cold Water" by Major Lazer with Justin
Oh, yeah.
Bieber, and they sent me that to sing. And at the time I was so busy and couldn't do it, and we passed on it. But I'm lucky there because I'm happy I passed on it because Justin Bieber did it's way better than what I would have done. It was made for him.
Right.
But yeah, I've never had like an absolute like a We Found Love or something come to me and say no. But also it's how it goes.
Yeah.
How was it working with Calvin?
Oh
on
my
that
God,
song?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I've now done 2 with him, and like the first experience was I'd just come out of my second album, been singing Misery Guts music for like pop Misery Guts music for a long time, and I was I just wanted to just move my pussy, a little bit.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
can say that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just like dance and get my femme out.
Yeah.
And we sat in the studio, and it was with Jessie Reyes.
Oh, yeah.
Me, Jessie Reyes, Calvin. First time I ever met Jessie Reyes.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect with Calvin because I
Yeah.
was like, is this, what does he do? Is he going to do
Or
everything?
what doesn't he
Because
do?
some people
Yeah.
you go in the studio and you're like, oh, you don't play an instrument.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
actually make the music.
Yeah.
You're more of a tastemaker, which is
Yeah.
fab.
Yeah.
But he does everything.
Yeah, I bet.
Everything himself. And I was immediately just enamored by his talent and Jessie's talent. And we just had so much fun making Promises. It was the funnest day. I think you can hear that in the writing of
Yeah.
it. And then I did Desire with him in Paris
Desire.
last year, which
So
I
trance.
loved. Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's an amazing man, and he's come to my aid and supported me and built me up at times when I really needed
yeah.
it.
Now, you've got a lovely anniversary coming up.
Yes. This year is 10 years since In the Lonely Hour. My
Way to
first
feel
record.
old.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, it feels like 30 years if I'm honest. But it's 10 years, and it's the first record, and I want to make a fuss. Every decade
Yeah.
for any album I make, I'm always going to
Absolutely.
make a fuss because it's you put so much into it, and it's a chance to kind of look back and go, oh my God, why did I do that? Why did I write that? Or thank God I wrote that.
But you are rewriting some of the lyrics, right, in this version?
I did. I changed one,
Okay.
and it was just on "Stay with Me," and it was really hard to do. For so many years, I'd sang the word man in Stay With Me and didn't have a problem with it. I spoke to loads of songwriters around me and everyone was like, you know, it's part of the past. And I tried to like put it as that, but it is one of my biggest songs that people know me for.
Yeah.
And I sang at the White House for the protection of gay marriage in front of the president. And I went out and there was a huge crowd of queer people outside the doors of the White House singing. And it felt wrong to sing the word man as a non-binary person. So I changed the lyric on that day. And then I went on and I sang it and it felt so nice to be relieved of, because every time I sing the song, the word man would kind of spin me
jarring.
out.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, because it's like that song can still mean so much to me now.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to grow with me. And I changed it. It felt so good.
Isn't that lovely to go back to that time and be able to make it, reclaim it for you now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think I learned that from the Joni Mitchell album when she, you know, the one that's in Love Actually. The song in Love Actually. That's her singing both sides now. And she's singing that like 30 years after she wrote the song. And it sounds like a completely different song. And I think it's important that music changes and evolves with the artist. And if a lyric's jarring you and you want to change it, you know, I think in the future I might change a lot of lyrics because some of them just aren't very good.
But also, like, if you want to be able to sing them authentically in the present.
Yes.
You want to connect to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you know, with it being the 10-year anniversary, are you someone that likes to reminisce? Do you often sit down and think back and be like, wow, 2014?
Do you know what? I don't. I think I like, all leading up to this, I was like pushing everyone and being like, we need to celebrate. It's a bit like my birthdays. I like to tell everyone to make a fuss. And then when the fuss actually happens, I'm like, don't look at me. So pure,
why are you making a big deal?
Yeah, why are you making a big deal out of it? Yeah. So like pure drama queen style for sure. Yeah,
I feel you. Yeah. I always want a massive party.
Says Greg.
I always want a massive party. And then when it gets near it, I'm like, I don't want more.
You're like, I'm so embarrassed.
Can we just, but like, you want a massive party, but you talk about it for how long up front?
Well, do you want it to be good or not?
6 months.
Oh, same, but I'm the same.
That's not for me, that's for you.
I'm exactly the same. Yeah, because it's a gift.
Yeah.
We give gifts.
Forget it. Let's not do one. Forget it. So we are celebrating 10 years of In the Lonely Hour. You came on to Radio 1 Breakfast to promote the album, which is from 10 years ago. I can't believe it's 10 years ago. Because when people say 10 years to me, I think of like Wannabe by the Spice Girls.
Well,
I think, that was about 10 years ago. Yeah, it's probably, but this is you on Radio 1 Breakfast with me, and I've not heard this either.
Oh, no.
So let's have a listen to
Okay,
this.
let's remember.
God.
Right, it's Wednesday morning on BBC Radio 1, and famously on a Wednesday morning we do Call or Delete. Here this morning, looking fresh and healthy, is Sam Smith.
Hello.
What's wrong?
I feel like I'm hanging onto a cliff.
Oh, no, I remember.
I've never seen Sam Smith in a hoodie, so I know this is a serious hangover.
I'm in a really bad way right now.
But this is either going to make Call or Delete really, really good or really, really terrible.
It's all right. We'll be fine.
This is a lesson of how not to behave. If you are listening and you're a young
feel
person.
good. I feel my age though.
Yeah. How old are you?
21.
21.
And I feel like a 21-year-old.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's the time to go out and party when you're 21.
Of course.
Isn't it? And aside from your horrible hangover, how is life being Sam Smith?
Life is good.
It's quite good, isn't it?
It's hectic, but it's good.
Do people come up to you now and be like, hey, Sam Smith?
Yeah, kind of. Someone just came up to me at McDonald's about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
And I'm really hungover. That wasn't nice.
Where's the most embarrassing place you've been spotted?
Nowhere too embarrassing.
No.
It's more, I've been in an argument in the street and someone's tapped me on the shoulder.
No way.
Yeah.
And been like, Sam Smith.
Yeah. And I'm like shouting.
I'm arguing.
Oh, my God.
I keep seeing you all over the world as well. That's quite exciting.
Yeah. I get to see places. I touched a koala bear,
Yes?
which was fun.
Don't they give you a disease?
They give you chlamydia.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I mean, amazing
Oh,
stuff.
my God.
Chlamydia, hangovers.
It's real Newsnight stuff, that.
It really
I have a feeling that was after the Brits.
Yeah.
It makes
I'm trying
sense.
to think why I was hungover.
Yeah.
Or was it an album launch?
Oh,
thing,
you
maybe?
were.
Yeah, maybe.
I love that you went to McDonald's for breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, that still happens on
Yeah,
occasion.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
delicious.
It's still delicious.
So hang on, babe. You were so you're only 31.
I'm 32, just turned 32. I was very young when it all happened. I don't think people
But
realize.
you're still very young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I am.
You're
I
so
am.
young.
I am.
So you're
I'll
21.
be young until I'm
So
dead.
you're 21 when it kicked off. And like, just to remind our listeners, like to give context, this album was huge. It was the biggest selling debut album of the decade. The decade. Loads of number one singles. You got a Guinness World Record for the most consecutive weeks in the UK top 10 album chart. Absolutely huge. Do you look back at that time fondly?
I look back on it fondly for sure, but I also look back on it just like, wow,
Yeah.
you dealt with a lot.
Right.
You know, there's been a lot of therapy around that whole period of time because it's just at 20, you don't realize how young you are at 21.
It's like you're not fully formed yet.
Yeah, and just like not having the language yet to explain how I felt. Also, not having the confidence to say no, to say I'm tired. I need to get up at 11.
Yeah.
I want to be at 11, please.
Yeah, not having the kind of confidence and the courage to say what I need. Also, just having, I remember this feeling of just desperation to be a pop star. And that my whole world was just slipping through my fingers. It was like, I do not want to be a one-hit wonder. I don't want this album to just be this, you know, the bigger the album got, the more I just went, album 2. What am I going to do for album 2? Like, this is crazy. And then, and the pressure and, you know, wanting to, you know, fulfill the record label's needs and everyone around you, but then also wanting to fulfill your own needs. I think I dealt with it really well. I'm really proud of how I dealt with it. I'm also proud of the fact that I had fun. I went out and I enjoyed myself and I didn't pick up any crazy, you know, drug habits or things like that, which is
it's
good.
a real achievement. Yeah,
It
to get
is
through
because
that grounded and unscathed.
Yeah, I think you're tested.
Yeah, and also like interesting that you say the 10 years felt like 30 because you have like completely changed, or maybe not, but you've kind of found the words to be that you hadn't then. So it must feel like 10 years must feel, just like an epic amount.
Well, I think as well, knowing everyone seeing what's underneath the suit now and me and seeing all the clothes that I've been wearing the last 5-6 years, it just shows you that I was that person then, because before you guys knew me at 21, when I was in those suits with my quiff and stuff, I was wearing female clothing for like 4 years previous to that moment.
I remember you telling me you used to go to school in full makeup.
Yeah, so that in the Lonely Hour kind of suit, that was kind of a form
It's
of
a
drag
construct.
for me a little bit. I put it together, and as soon as I put on that suit, doors started opening for me as a singer.
Yeah.
And so I ran with it and I was like, this is my identity. How fabulous.
Yeah.
Then it started to kind of choke me about 5-6 years into it.
But the fact that you then were able to be you, that's been incredible to watch.
Do you know what I've loved about the whole thing is that the music has been by my side the whole way through.
Right.
Even though I look back on some of these songs and I'm like, that wasn't a very good song. It's a bit of a weirdly constructed song, like not great. I look back and I can say that I was honest. I can say that I was authentic.
Yeah.
I was doing the best I could with the tools that I had. You know, I was a musical theatre singer from Cambridgeshire who was like overweight and gay. Like the world that I was launched into with Disclosure and the record labels and everything, it was such a weird world, you know?
And did you always want it when you were younger, when you were doing, you know, musical theatre and stuff, were you like, I'm going to be a pop star? Did you have like clear vision of where you wanted to get to and what you wanted to do?
I have this mad, it was like a crossroads moment for me. My mum worked in the city as a banker and I got the train to Bishop Stortford every morning to go to school. My mum would stay on the train and go to Liverpool Street. And I remember one train journey being with my mum and I was 13, 14 and I was having a meltdown because I needed to decide whether I was going to go to musical theatre college or I was going to just work in bars in London and try and be a pop singer. And I needed to decide before I sent in all my stuff for musical theatre college.
Yeah.
And I was so like turmoiled from this decision that I'd be in tears. And I remember deciding on this train journey with my mum that I was going to be a pop singer and not do musical theatre because...
Jesus, can you imagine being your mother in that scenario?
Well, my mum said to me,
What
she
did she
said,
say?
you should be a pop singer because it'll be easier for you.
Wow.
Than being in the musical theatre?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Good
I think
advice.
what she meant is musical theatre, there's not roles for
limited.
me. It's limited. I would have to play like Gaston or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Whereas pop singing is, you can make it your own.
I can be who I want to be, sing the songs I want to sing. No, my mum and dad had like
How
weird
incredible is that?
blind faith. But I mean, my mum and dad together had kind of been training me since I was like 9.
Did you do shows when you were little for your family?
Yeah, I did. I was singing in pubs at 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
Like my dad would buy backing tracks to the hilarious backing tracks because I'd be able to choose. So I'd be singing like Lily Allen, Natasha Bedingfield, like mixed with like Nora Jones and like old Stevie Wonder backing tracks and stuff like that. Yeah. My dad would sit there and change the CDs out. And we'd have our own amplifier and a mic, and I'd just stand in pubs and just sing covers.
Oh my God, fab.
In beer gardens and stuff at like 10, 11 years old and sing to people.
We're going to hear from some of our Sidetracked listeners right now.
Fabulous.
We do this every week. We know you listen every week, Sam. So you'll know this. First up, Bally has been on. Hi, Bally.
Sam Smith. The Sidetracked podcast is really screaming budget. We love to see it. Congrats on a decade of your fabulous debut album, Bab. But I must say, right, the thrill of it all is my favourite, and I'm still very bitter that it got paid dust by the award shows. But you know what? We move.
Babe.
Some would say I'm sidetracking. But Sam, over the last few years, you've had many different looks, experimented with so many different sounds and styles of music, but it's not always to the best response. Now, what advice would you give to people who want to be authentically themselves but are scared of the very cruel, evil and very nasty trolls? How do you stay so positive and do it anyway? Thanks, Bab, and stay fab.
Oh my gosh, that's
love.
Bally.
beautiful. Bally. Hello, Bally. Thank you for that. That's such a lovely message. Okay, first of all, I say clean up your side of the room. So clean up your head and your body as much as you can before you use your body or yourself to jump into anything. I think I had to make sure that I was healthy in my mind and my body before I took certain risks and chances over the last few years, especially physically and visually. But for me, the biggest thing is a world has been created for me, and I've also created a world where I've built a village of good people. So when I do mad things, courageous things, or need to be brave, and I get met with horrible responses or hear nasty things said about myself, I've created a place where I can fall apart and people can come in and pick me up. So surround yourself by family and friends and love, and you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, that's
you can
gorgeous advice.
I can be courageous if I know that I can fall apart after doing so.
I love clear up your side of the room.
I really love that.
I like that.
That's so great. So
Yeah,
good luck,
really
Bally, on your cleaning.
Thank
Your
you.
cleaning and your clearing.
And shout out to the Deliver. I love that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Lauren has been on saying, question to Sam, brackets, and Annie and Nick.
Okay.
What is the most embarrassing thing that you've done to try and get with someone? I downloaded all of ABBA on iTunes to impress a Swedish girl when she came over. Didn't work and cost piss loads. Have you ever pretended to like a type of music or be into a band
Oh, yeah.
to impress someone?
You guys go first.
Have you?
Well, I think I've spoken about this on Sidetracked, which is when I was trying to court my now husband, Tom, and crowd surfed during his DJ set. Jumped, it's like, look, and then jumped over the front of the booth and then crowd surfed and to be like, look at me.
I'm crazy.
I'm crazy.
You should marry me.
Oh my God.
So
And did he like that?
embarrassing. So embarrassing. I
looking
can't
for-
even.
Was he looking for a woman who
No, he was like, what's she at?
crowd
And I was
surfed? Yeah. I would like her to have dark hair, really nice blue eyes, good
That's
crowd
so
surfer.
cute. That's so cute.
So that's embarrassing enough, I think.
Yeah, that
to
is
say.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't think if
about
I did anything. Probably.
I haven't
Yeah.
done anything embarrassing.
No.
I think I always saved my Fifth Harmony collection of music to the side for a
Yeah.
few dates before I whacked out work from home. Do you know what I mean?
Not work for a moment.
I always pretended had cooler music taste
Yes.
for the first few dates.
Yeah.
So I remember dating some guys that were into really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't admit
Yeah.
to the depths of how much I love timber.
Yeah. And then date 6, you're like, I'm
It's going down.
In timber. If
that's
you
a good
ever
one.
want to get in touch with us on Sidetracked, you can email us sidetracked@bbc.co.uk, or you can WhatsApp us on 079 82700.
Yeah, it would
Thanks
be
for those
It
questions.
would be lovely to hear from you.
I guess next time we'll see you is you're doing the proms.
Yes, August the 2nd, the proms. I'm so excited.
And is it right that you're doing In the Lonely Hour? Is that the...
I'm the first half I'm going to celebrate in the Lonely Hour
Yeah.
and sing a lot of the songs. And then the second half is a little surprise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I'm so excited. I love the proms. It's great. And everyone needs to relax. I'm
that
not going to get my
room.
clothes off.
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about that. There was like tabloid hysteria, like, oh, Sam Smith's going to wear a dress at the proms. It's going to ruin
Can you
it.
imagine if I turned up in
Oh my God.
a thong
In
at
like
the
bondage
proms?
gear. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Please do it, Sam.
I'd love it.
Show
Come on.
them.
Absolutely not. There's a time and a place.
Yes.
The Royal Albert Hall. Okay.
Not so
Maybe
much. Not so much. But yeah, that's going to be an amazing night.
Yeah, it's going to be
Incredible
beautiful. All my family coming down,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's just. I think it's an opportunity for me to just remind people of my love of music, especially British music, and where I've come from. I want to show people a little bit where I come from musically.
Oh, I really want to come to that. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to listen to Sam's prom, you can, of course, on BBC Sounds. And there is going to be 90 concerts throughout
It's
the summer at the
insane
proms.
amount of music.
90.
Wow.
90 proms available on BBC Sounds.
I
Yeah.
feel special now. I'm joking.
Thank you so much for
Oh,
being
thank you
here,
for
babe.
having me. It's been a
Sounds
joy.
so nice to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see
It was
you.
an
Really nice to
absolute
spend time with
joy.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.